Hello everyone, Zach Moore, aka BlueSpartan107 here. We are going to continue with my Everlasting Summer playthrough. This is the exciting part. I've gone through the game, of course, and I've mentioned this a few times in my videos already, but I already went through the game thinking I was recording the first 5 days. But then I find out it was never recording, so I had wasted about 6 or 7 hours of time just playing through the game for nothing to show for it. So now we're doing the last few days. They are completely blind. I have no real information regarding what's going on. So yeah, this will be exciting. So Semyon woke up because someone is shaking his shoulders. Let's go see who. It's hard for me to open my eyes, so I just whined pathetically. Get up already, you're gonna miss the lineup. Oh, it's Olga. Okay then. So I realized what Olga wanted from me and what time it was. I rolled over to the other side. So tired I wanted to quickly choke the camp leader so she would quit disturbing me from resting from my polish yesterday. Semyon, get up immediately. Well, I'm at least glad she's not glaring at me. I mustered up my strength, open my eyes, and sat up. Olga, I understand, but I had a hard day yesterday. I've slept in at least today. Yeah, it's out of the question. It's mandatory for every pioneer. You already missed it a few times. So Nick decided, okay, I noticed you're playing the game. I'm gonna give you some room. So he just closed his door so he can have this conversation in private. My head went completely numb, so I just couldn't find any arguments to bring up. In a couple of minutes, we were already standing at the square. Dozed off, taking great pains to not fall asleep on my feet, so I missed everything that Olga announced. The majority of the pioneers seemed to be feeling the same. Jonkion constantly elicited huge baggy eyes. Old Leolana seemed to be full of health and energy as always. Swept my eyes over the lineup yet again from Carlina. That's odd. Apparently, she's a diligent and committed girl. It's against her rules to miss such events. On the other hand, it was too much for her yesterday, some stress. Probably she's depressed. Or probably she's not who we apparently think she is. Or such behavior of hers was very surprising. I mean, I suspected she was not the kind of person she wanted others to see her as, but never expected such a drastic change. Nina, amazingly, somehow reminded me of Alyssa, even more strict and brutal at times. Okay, that's a little creepy, when you put it that way. Now I was not sure how to behave myself around her. I was simply afraid of her. No, she was probably just on her period. I mean, I don't know for certain, but probably. Finally, lineup was over and pioneers dragged themselves to breakfast. Well, Miku caught me near the canteen. Semyon, good morning. How did you sleep? Any dreams? How are you? Ready for the breakfast? She was always blabbered without a break, adding a cute smile at the same time. I'm okay. Lazy. That's what you did. You answered lazy. Today is quite gloomy, maybe because of the weather. It's quite dark. It may even rain. So yeah, I had one Saturday morning. Well, maybe something happened, but no one told me what. Can you imagine that? Something happened and everybody knows about it apart from me. I said about it. Then, don't worry, you won't miss the end of the world. Snark remarks. Huh? That place looks a bit crazy. Sorry guys, I'm tired and I'm also kind of shivering a bit, which is a bit odd. Maybe because it's something the blind part, so I'm getting all that excited energy I had during my first, attempt. So it looks like she was so into her monologue, she was completely oblivious to everything around her. And if you are going to miss it somehow, I will make sure to let you know. Nothing. Enjoy your meal. Went to the canteen farm stuff to get my portion of fats, proteins, and carbohydrates. I was surprised the seat in the far corner was free. Sat down and tried really hard to make such a face and tell everyone that there was really no need to come anywhere near me, apart from any case of emergency, just to sit alone and think. Well, that's a smart idea, I guess. Moreover, keeping my mind off other things was making me less sleepy. Oh, well, hello, Slavia. You're going to go like, hi, mind if I join you? You didn't notice. Well, you were stuck in your own little world, so... Strange. Sure. And starts her hesitating. A Z instead of S. Hesitating. For a second. Bad mood? A bit. Something happened? Well, I don't think it's any of your business, but let's see what Simeon has to say. He says not really. So, not really. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. There's nothing to tell you about it. Well, actually no, I was saying, well that's exactly what I was just doing. I'm not going to tell you about it. It's kind of my business, and... I deep in silence until I asked, where'd you go last night? Me? I just wanted to be alone for a while. It's not like you. Really? Well, maybe you are also not seeming so gloomy often. She might be right. Being in most unfavorable circumstances, I always try to have a positive outlook on things. If I was an optimist, I just always tried not to feel down. Really, an antisocial flip person like you not trying to feel down? Stop the fucking presses. In my previous life of mine, it's only natural. As soon as you let depression get a hold on you, then you start looking very friendly. Well, no, I don't even consider the news or anything like that, so... Perhaps. When Slavia was done with her meal, I was still poking the porridge with my spoon. I'll be going. By the way, have you seen Lena? Nope. Why do you ask? I didn't see her in the morning lineup. It's odd. It's not like her. Maybe you're right. I do not think it's a big deal, to be honest. Well, you didn't know what happened last night, so I know it's a big deal. Simeon probably knows it's a big deal. Yes, of course, I was just wondering. Sat for a few more minutes in place and I headed outside without finishing my breakfast. Today was quite gloomy. First gloomy day during my time here. I never got used to bright and burning sun. And I kind of got used to not getting the chills over this game. That would only subside by the evening. It seemed to be an irreplaceable component of this place. Looks like even here the weather changes after all. Almost like it's matching my mood. Looks like just another proof that this place or its creators are sentient and have great storytelling skills. Breaking the fourth wall, it seems. Sometimes I really want to focus on a single theory of mine, concentrate on it, and forget about all others. Just to decide for myself that it's all done by aliens or I am in a parallel universe. Or witchcraft. Or military experiments. Just to pick one and be done with it. Stop thinking about all the possible explanations to the situation, constantly jumping from one to the other. Just focus on a single one. But it is impossible. I almost have no facts about anything. Nothing extraordinary has happened to me here yet. Yes, some odd things took place, but they can and do happen in the real world too. Together, yet another cycle of similar thoughts. I found myself at the bus stop of Route 410 in the gates of Camp Silvanok. Silvanok. I'm pretty sure it was Sylvianok the last few times. No answers, no hints, no clues. Walking my legs were taking me. So now you're quiet in the living quarters. Okay, not a single person to be precise. And my astonishment grew even bigger when electronic appeared after the next turn. No, my astonishment has not grown bigger. In fact, the chills have actually died down since I've seen this kid. I had to call out to him, but stopped because he was going a little too confident in an unknown direction. Strange, goes against his principles. Anyway, what can I talk about with electronic? And yeah, I have to start the conversation first. Seems like I'm completely despaired. Seems like I'm completely despaired? However, it would be uninteresting to follow him and find out where he's running. As a child, I liked games of spies, and here's a chance to put myself into the real spy skin. Let's go then! Decided not to mask and hide in a special way and just went after him at some distance quietly. Soon we came to the library. Electronic knocked and entered inside. Still behind a big tree, so nobody could see me and began to wait. Oh, well, I guess this is confirming one of my possible suspicions. This might be, at least. He was absent for quite a long time. Perhaps this is a stupid idea because, in fact, what's the difference if he went to the library? Maybe he just decided to take something to read. He walked fast, so what? Perhaps he has some business afterwards. Whoa, okay. I didn't expect the noise of the door there, so my thoughts weren't disturbed by a loud door slam. Whoa! So it's the library and saw electronic running away from there, and Xenia, who ran after him, shouting along the way, "I don't want to hear it anymore! And to see you too!" They ran past me, but naturally they were so involved in chasing that they couldn't even notice me. The whole situation seemed very funny and decided that I necessarily should find out what's the matter. However, why would electronic be running like that? Well, I don't know, he could be running back to the clubhouse. Let's check the clubhouse. Yes, it's quite obvious he ran straight to his native cybernetics club. And so without knocking, but didn't find anyone inside. Electronic! It's me! Footstep sounds came from the next room and soon Electronic himself appeared. Hi, Simeon. I was just, his eyes ran guilty and his shirt covered visible traces of sweat. Going in for sports, I see. Sprinting. Hey, you saw it? Well, yeah, he followed you. Yes, purely by chance. So I decided to stop by and ask how you were doing and what happened. Nothing special, really. The blamed and angry librarian. It's nothing. You can tell me. Really? And won't you tell? Of course, silent as the dead. Cross my heart. Seems I exaggerated there a bit, but it looks like it has convinced him. Okay. Deep breath, gathering strength. You know, I like Xenia from the first day. Okay, so looks like that other theory of ours might not have been true, but this one, I did have a theory that he probably did like her. So these words wanted to fall to the door and start rolling. So some violent attacks of laughter, but out of respect for him, I refrained. His next words flew past my ears. And so I just decided. Well, and you saw what happened next. Great fellow indeed. Well, you tried it, or I guess you will succeed. Patted him on the shoulder, trying really hard not to laugh. Well, I'm the guy controlling the story, so I can laugh all I fucking want. Chased out by the girl he likes. Thank you for the support. Smiled sadly. And I said it happily. I am a terrible reader. Or narrator. Okay, I have to go. I have some work to do. What work? You don't do anything at all. Jumped out of the clubhouse like a bullet and finally laughed out loud. Good for you. However, if you think about it, Electronic and Xenia would make a wonderful couple. They're actually a perfect match. Strange that Xenia rejected him. I was going towards the square to think further about this episode. At the end of the day, Electronic is not such a simpleton. Just like that, declared his love, even realizing that the refusal would follow. Or is it, on the contrary, because of just being as simple as an apple pie? What? I don't think I understood that. Anyway, you can feel some kind of honesty and sincerity in this behavior. More complicated people would spend hours, days, months, years thinking about how to present this in a better way. What consequences can it have, and should you even bother? I would do so myself. No, rather I have done so. But you just said it. Unsuccessfully, of course, but it could have also gone differently. Thoughts got me in complete melancholy, so that the one signal, usually so desired, didn't trigger any emotions at all. Canteen with chokefull. Seems that the camp was slowly going out of the morning depression. Maybe the sun that came up from the clouds contributed to that. Or maybe something else that I missed while running after Electronic. Only the places next to Alana and Alyssa turned out to be free. Braced myself and started walking towards them. Eating was still a necessity. Gotta deal with these pricks again. Can I sit with you? Oh, just sit down. Fuck you, bitch. Why are you so gloomy? Just that you are too cheerful. I'm trying to keep the energy balance in the universe. Oh, glad she took that as a joke. A bit. Oddly enough, the girls did not pay any attention to me and talked about their concerns. First I thought it was good, but then I started to think that they just took no notice of me. By the way, where's Lena? Because of all my thinking, I completely forgot about her. I don't know. Absently. Has she still not appeared? As you can see, took a look over the canteen but didn't see her anywhere. And nobody heard nothing about her? Nope. Don't you find it strange? What's so strange? Maybe she's reading, maybe sleeping or something. Seems like you're talking about yourself. It's not your business, is it? The son objected angrily. Well, if the person is missing, you weren't so worried when Shuri disappeared. That's quite different. Yeah? And why, I wonder? Nothing answered, and so was just blankly looking at Alyssa before going back to food. She did not insist on continuing the conversation. Good. Fuck you, bitch. Lunch was over, I silently stood up and went out of the canteen without a goodbye. So Lena disappeared. What should I do now? On the other hand, why should I do something? Why me? Because you do everything? Where am I and why am I here? Who are all these people? One cannot be absolutely sure that Lena is not what she seems. Perhaps all this doesn't even exist, so why should I worry? Well, because right now you're kind of stuck, so you should worry a bit. However, for me now, Lena is still the same Lena. Modest, quiet girl I met on the first day. And even her strange behavior could not affect my attitude to her. Again, it's not certain that it still exists. So while the world is logical, at least to some extent, I have to play by its rules. You sound like you're really getting into this world. Quickly went back to Camp Leader's cabin. And she's lying on the bed and reading a book. Wow. Really? You know where Lena is? No? Why are you asking? She's nowhere to be found. She missed the breakfast and the lunch. So what? Looked at me blankly. What do you mean, so what? The sheriff was gone the whole campus searching for him in the early morning. I don't understand you. There is something strange happening to the camp leader again. Fucking Olga. Seriously. She behaved absolutely incomprehensible. Well, illogical. You think it's normal? So where is she now? I don't know. This is over the edge. Started to lose my temper. Ask Miku. She is our neighbor after all. The idea was good because obviously I would get more answers here. Went outside, slammed the door, and looked for Miku's and Lena's cabin. It's nice that the orchestra girl had told me before where she lives. That's why I was at the door of their cabin a minute later. Should have knocked, but for some reason I couldn't. A few deep breaths and knocked on the door several times. Okay, just for a moment I thought you were gonna bust through the door, going like, "Where is she?" But no, at least you did knock. Come in! Heard a familiar voice of Miku. Hi, do you know where Lena is? No, I haven't seen her today. You are looking for her, right? Don't you think it's strange? At that moment, I started suspecting everybody and hiding the information about Lena's location and conspiracy, and involvement to me being here, in Kennedy's assassination, and in hundreds of other terrible things. They're turning into Sato from Welcome to the NHK! This is all just a conspiracy. Conspiracy! Now, while my friend Eric doesn't like that show, I liked it. I thought it was alright. But, you know. Well, you know, maybe. I thought she went somewhere, and then I just got lost in doing things. Breakfast, music club, helped to clean, and then lunch, and then... You're losing excuses. Okay, I see, and what about yesterday? Was everything normal? Well, she came late, and immediately went to bed. I didn't even notice anything wrong. Not a chance of finding out anything here either. Thanks. Said abruptly and left. At that moment it seemed to me that Miss Lena was the only living person who was packed with talking dummies, and I had to find her. Or it seemed almost impossible to do this alone, so I went for help. Who's gonna help you? Yeah, who would help you most willingly? Or Slavia. Decided at this time she could be engaged in cleaning something. What? For example, the square. So I went there. Sixth Sense didn't let me down. Oh! Okay, I get it now. You were assuming that she was likely cleaning up something, and so you decided to look in the square. Hi. Hey. Have you seen Lena? No, why are you asking? Nobody saw her since morning. She was absent during the breakfast, she was absent during the lunch. Strange. I also think this is, to put it mildly, strange. Can you help me find her? Oh, sorry. Maybe later? I've got cleaning here to finish. The Deus Ex Machinas of this place are saying, no, fuck you, you can't find Lena. She's out of the Matrix. Took a few awkward steps back and ran away from this place. No, it was not hers. Somebody replaced her. Not only her, but also other inhabitants of this camp. What is happening? The strangest thing is, it doesn't have anything to do with me, but with Lena. Maybe she got here the same way as I did. Same why. Random errors in the code. Exactly! That could be the reason why she behaves quite differently and quietly most of the time. Or, I don't know. No, wait. What about her meeting Melissa? No, something does not add up. My head was going to explode and I started to choke. Catching my breath, I looked around and found myself at the bus stop, sat in the curb and closed my face with my hands. If before nothing really depended on me, but was going relatively smooth, and now I was, as always, helpless, but the situation was totally different. Watching the battle fought from the side without a threat to your life and being in the hotspot without being able to help the ones you care about are two different things. Just sitting. Time passed and the sun began to fall. Probably dinner has already started. Although what's the difference? I still don't want to eat. Stood up and trudged back to the camp on her rubber legs. But always the only thing left is to wait. Decided to go to the beach. While everybody was at lunch or dinner, I could sit quietly and think there. But what else could I think about? Enough, maybe? However, my expectations were ruined. The beach met Zinnia, which greatly surprised me. You also come here? She looked at me from behind her glasses. You think I'm not a human being? No, I don't mean that. Then what do you mean? Nothing. By the way, have you seen Lena? Oh, I see. You want from her? Well, I saw her since the previous evening. You think that somebody could get lost in this camp? She laughed loudly. Sure, he succeeded. That was a special case. Those guys are too peace and cloud, and you never know what to expect from them. Immediately remembered the morning incident. Tell me, why were you chasing electronic in the morning? It's none of your business. Just asking. Because he's a fool. Really now. Turned out way after those words. Maybe you shouldn't be so strict to him. Even to me, it was not clear whether I'm defending electronic or just keeping the conversation going. Then how else? Well, give him a chance. You know, such an act requires a lot of courage. You say it as if it's something special, some kind of achievement. Wouldn't you be able to do that yourself? Thought an answer for a while. I don't know. Didn't have a right moment yet. We shall have it soon. Wow. Wench! Sat down in the sand and thought. True that electronic was able to say it, but can I do the same thing? That is a question. Big question. If I got the right moment, but which and when? It's always easier to think about something ephemeral. Get ready for dozens of possible situations, and think the following events are many steps ahead. But most of the time it all goes different. Even a small trivia is enough to ruin all your plans. If you're not ready to do it at all, even or never under any circumstances, if you're ready only when everything comes exactly as you have expected, it's unlikely to get something worthwhile. Therefore, the only correct answer to this question is annual is no. Not unambiguous, non-definitive, non-critical, or depriving the right to choose. Just no. There's only a simple yes and a simple no. It's always hard for me to understand it. Between these two extremes, I had a great number of different maybe, perhaps, probably it, and other not sure, but I will try. Okay. So this water's still fresh and cold. So absorbed in my thoughts that I did not notice how the darkness slipped across the camp. Under other circumstances, I would have gone to sleep now. But looking for Lena at night also was not a good idea. Got up and slowly walked aimlessly. Soon the road led me to the sports ground. Stood there for a moment, was about to leave when I heard noises. Clap, not a clap. Something painfully familiar. Huh, there's Lena, unsuccessfully trying to hit the shuttlecock with a racket. Well, nice that I finally found you after all day. I want to figure out what the fuck is going on. Stood in shock for a long time. It was completely empty. I just looked at her and felt a sense of joy. Joy of finding her, joy of seeing her again. Finally, I came to my senses and decided to approach. After a couple steps, I stopped. And what do I say now? Glad I found you? Where have you been? I was worried. For yesterday's conversation, it's very unlikely she wants to see me. One of Lena will ask me why I was looking for her. Why was I worrying? Did not know myself why. Probably it's because she was absent for too long. Maybe if it wasn't her but some other person whom I'd known, I'd be worried the same way. Maybe if I would have behaved yesterday and otherwise today, she would not have disappeared. Not sure, but I'll try to come up with something adequate. Took another step and stopped again. Probably, maybe, perhaps, not sure. And again, these words appear in my mind, in my life. Unconsciously, without my will. But why? What's the purpose? I have to make a decision once and for all. Although, there are two simple words. Yes and no. Finally, all cleared up. Into the court, approached Lena, smiled and said, "Hey." She just turned to look at me. "Hi. You were absent all day." "Yes, I was walking around." Everything she said was quite quiet and calm, with no trace of embarrassment or shyness. No emotions at all, to be precise. "We worried about you." Well, the only one who worried was me. I kind of did too, Simeon, but really, I don't think you're referring to me. You shouldn't have. But you can't. You can't just disappear like that. I tried to smile to make my words not sound like a reproach. I don't think that somebody cares about that. I care, for example. Why? There was surprise in her eyes. Because it's not right. No matter how I try to be perfectly honest, it's coming out wrong. Ah, I see. Okay, I won't do this again. Seems like this conversation was not interesting for her. Silence followed. I just didn't know what else to say, and Lena seemed feeling quite well in silence. "Are you any good?" Emily said, pointing at the racket. "Not very. Do you want? No, I don't." She walked to the bench, put down a racket, and birdie. "Okay." To tell you the truth, I did not expect such a response. "Want to look at the stars together?" "Yes, of course." Sat down beside her. "Oh, nice that it looks like you guys are kind of going back in the good zone." And I intently studied the sky. Lots of small lights shining above me. Some of them were brighter, some were barely visible. Never really understood what people find in just sitting back and looking at the stars. After all, here on Earth, it's just small dots of light, and it's unlikely that many people know what kind of celestial beings they are, what's their size, and how far they are from us. Of course, it is so romantic to just enjoy the light of distant stars, but for me it was like staring at a brick wall. It also had its potholes, unevenness, brickwork, patterns in the stone, stellar sky in miniature. So what do you see there? "Stars," she said mysteriously, with her head up. "Yes, I know. I see them too." "But what's so special about them?" "I do not know. It seems that they talk to me. There are other people there. They have their own life, probably much better than ours, and they too look at the sky and see the earth, me and you. Voices of the distant stars. I heard somewhere else. You can call it like that. Interesting theory." No, the theory is quite common." Lena looked at me. In the dim moonlight, I noticed a small tear rolling down her cheek. Or I just thought I did. I guess I'm just more, let's say, practical person. She said nothing, just stared at the sky again. But if you think about it, of course, endless interstellar space, millions of planets, hundreds of galaxies. This is fascinating. That always sounded unnaturally fun. Mine didn't. Sorry, don't need to talk about all these things. About what? about this. About everything. No, the stars are really beautiful. Why'd you come? Oh, she was crying for sure. I was looking for you. Why? I don't know why, I just was. You found me. Happy now? Well, why didn't you go to Alyssa? What does she have to do with it? Trying to say that it's not about her. No, I'm saying that. Why did you bring this topic again? I thought we already cleared everything out. Of course we didn't clear anything out. To be precise, we didn't even start to. Or I didn't understand why all this is necessary. You think I really want to talk about myself? If you don't, then why? Because of you. Wow. Because of me what? You and Alyssa. Me and Alyssa what? We don't have any relationships. We don't have anything at all. Don't lie to me. And you turned away sobbing quietly. Why is it so important to her? What else can I say if you don't believe me? Tell me the truth. I already told you. Then go to her. Why should I go to her? I do not want to go anywhere. Why are you sitting here and torturing me? Oh, Lord, how am I torturing you? Tina didn't answer. I've been looking for you the whole day because I was worried. I came here because you're here. I'm sitting here because I want to be here. But don't you understand? Stop crying for a moment. Is it true? Of course. I mean, something new? And taking into account all the things I just said, this question came to me unexpectedly. Well, I don't know. Let's go over the, hypothesis here. Third night, you did say while you were dancing with her on the pier that you didn't want to let go of her. And even though, today, you did mention something about even though her mood does seem to change a bit, you still, liked her in some way. So, I think the answer is yes, but we'll see in a moment. Well, yes. Wish you would hear yourself now. I think he hurt himself. She cried, got up and walked briskly to the exit from the sports ground. Wait! Caught up with her, grabbed her arm, but she pulled it out. Don't touch. Adeline was a totally different person. I couldn't say that she was aggressive, started of her super strong move. She just had no doubt of what she was doing. Wait! What did I say? That's all true. Keep all this nonsense for her. Looking how? Tried to stop Lena once again, and she looked at me so I did not dare to argue. Just imagine how I feel. You made up a bunch of stupid things, and now think that I'm guilty of all mortal sins. Why should you care? I should. She stared at me for a moment and looked at me. It's all lies. My anger, I hit my forehead on the iron post. Ouch. You just smashed yourself here. You seem Lena to be in anything, but not ruthless and indifferent. Wait, let's talk quietly. Yeah, what were you not doing? You have nothing to talk about. Oh shit, lady. Just crossing the football ground I trailed behind, trying to persuade her to listen to me. I don't know why I do all this to prove that I'm right. So I won't be understood in the wrong way. So I'll look better in her eyes. Or is it there's some other reason? Well, we'll have to see. In case at the moment I just felt that it was necessary. Came to the square. It was pretty fast, I could barely keep up with her. I had to say something, my head was filled with different options, but nothing suitable. And again, you yell, wait. No answer. Listen. No answer. Will you stop it? No answer. She's on a power trip here. We'll wake the whole camp. So what? What's the difference? And at the moment, I was more worried about the behaviors than Lena. She stopped. Thanks for accompanying me. I'll go alone now. Don't smile like that. You've yelled at him a million times. Yeah, there. You haven't listened to me yet. But as for me, it seems I've already listened, and even several times. So what do you want from me? From you, nothing at all. You sounded much more confident to me. There was no trace of doubt in her eyes. What can I say? What can I do? Damn it. Afraid of the bursting into tears. Don't get so emotional. Nothing happened. Nothing happened? Definitely something happened. Otherwise, you wouldn't be such a fool-hearted. I don't even want to use the word for you because you were just so. calm and assertive and nervous and stuff, or you won't lose anything if you pay no attention to me. Let me decide on that. No, seriously, why? There are many choices for a pleasant activity. Oh, and to be honest, I don't need it anyway. You don't need it? Why constantly mentioning Alyssa? Don't mention the bitch! Crazy! It's not your business, get it? No, now it's my business because you keep yelling at him! She looked at me as if she was ready to kill, and quite honestly, Salmon, you're digging your own grave. So, yeah. Why are you bothering me? You have her, so go to her. She won't refuse, I assure you. Alina started screaming, her hair disabled, her face flushed, and her eyes got bloodshot. Calm down, I won't go to her. Why do you even think so? Just see, now I'm here and I'm not going anywhere. Just need to calm down a bit. Oh, fucking hell, you bitch! Get the fuck out of here! Shooting a fan? A bun, you mean? The wrong time, the wrong place. This situation is a perfect example. Just frozen, surprised, not knowing what to say. But Lena was smarter. Time to pass him on. Catch. Fuck? Alyssa looked surprised. I wonder if she not hear the entire conversation. What? I said catch. And then in a moment, became as before, calm and unruffled. What should I catch? Him. She pointed her finger at me in disgust. Fuck that. Complaining about... What the fuck? No! We do not complain about how we love her. I mean, if you knew what I was saying on the other side of this fucking camera, you would know I think she's a bitch. That looks like Misty from Pokemon because of the fucking hairstyle. Fucking hell, Lena. What's exactly my thoughts? As his eyes popped open wide. No, it's all wrong. Lena is just joking. You giggled nervously. Right, it's exactly what's happening. No, it's not. Listen, everything has its limits. Said quietly to her. Want there to be victims? Whoa, what kind of threat is that? Why, I already suggested to you to go to her. No. Exactly. Thank you for a bit of common sense, you little bitch. You do not know what you're talking about here, but don't involve me. Don't know? Yeah, she's angry again. Same thing again? Oh, come on. Whoa, Alyssa, frightened? Listen, I understand that you will... But I don't know, really, not a single word, not even a single thought about him, I swear. You don't know? Oh, for fuck's sake, why are you still mad? Oh, shit! I'm probably being a bit too loud, but seriously! I jumped there before I realized I smashed Alyssa with a powerful right hook. Well, I would understand a simple slap. Such a blow can break the jaw. This Alice, in this case, doesn't seem to lost consciousness. What should I do? Well, I'd be going like, whoa! Everyone calm the fuck down. Okay, do not interfere, help Alyssa. I think helping Alyssa is probably only going to strengthen her anger. But I might be wrong on this. However, Alyssa's a bitch, and she's the reason why we're all stuck in this thing. So, I'm not going to interfere. That's the wrong choice. Fuck it, I get blamed for it. But, I mean, seriously, this is a blind playthrough, so I really should know what goes on here. So I'm not going to interfere. If that's the wrong choice, too bad for me. I don't care. Decided that whatever happens, it does not concern me. But on the other hand, how can I remain indifferent? Am I a real man? What the fuck? No! Yeah, but seriously, what are you doing? One of the line girl and try to figure out if he's alive at all. You're completely out of your mind? You want to leave to shut up and just do anything else? Fine. This turns into a completely madhouse. Maybe you need a straitjacket so somebody else will not get injured. Tina stood, clenching her fist. You could even break your hand and stuff with it. You don't understand anything. Well, obviously, I mean, you're usually a quiet girl, and then the sucker punched the bitch in the camp. Which, I have to say, not too bad, but again, just out of pure rage because of this little bitch talking about him. So, she was walled up pulling across her face, ran away from the swear. Me, I still heard Lena sobbing while I was trying to listen, because, you know, what? Finally, she came to consciousness. Well, you're alive. Are you okay? So moved her jaw from left to right. I'll live. Told you about her. Well, that doesn't matter now. You have to get to the infirmary. It's too late for the infirmary. I'll have a good night's rest in the morning. I'll go there. Okay, then. I'll go with you. No, don't offer that. Can't refuse. Fucking hell. All the way we kept silent. She probably was not really able to talk and couldn't find the right words to say. All this was a real shock for me. I found myself a mere spectator of a drama plan, which I just took on the main part. After the door closed behind Luce, I stood for a long time and looked at our cabin. What should I do after all this? Fatigue overcame me. I had to sleep. Oh, whoa, though, that was scary. Lena is now in a state in which she is unlikely to adequately assess the reality. Completely broken, I fell down to the bed and drifted into sleep. Oh. Channel? 111. And it's already day 7. 9/11, day 7. You know what, fuck this. We're gonna finish this up today, I think. We're gonna do day 6 and 7. Somehow I woke up in my apartment. Didn't trigger any emotions at all, yet another day of my life, that's all. Got out of the bed and came up to the computer. Message window flashed on the taskbar. Sat down and stared at the monitor. Somebody wrote to me. It makes it somebody still needs me. The message contained only 2 words. Wake up. Well, I don't know. It's just like the creepypasta where if you get raped or tortured, you end up going into a weird mental state where you're forced into a different reality that's exactly the same, and you just keep seeing the messages wake up, and you're probably like that for months. Or at least you're stuck in that reality for months until you finally wake up. What do they want from me? An unknown ID. That's spam? Well, what does it mean, wake up? I'm not sleeping anymore. And they still kept flashing. Try to close it, but failed. Instead, yet another one popped up. And another one. And another one. And all of them contain the same wake up. The hell do you want from me? Soon the whole screen was all blazing with identical messages. There anymore, and grabbed and smashed against the wall with all my strength. Phone rang. Rang true to feed. Picked the phone her to wake up. On the other hand, thousands of voices. Men, women, children, screaming. Wake up! Okay, smashed the phone on the floor, and breaking kept ringing. For a moment, the whole room was full of strangers. They were grabbing my hand, peeking in my eyes, and screaming. Screaming! Wake up! Oh, okay. Jumped off my bed in a cold sweat. Huh. What a dream. Came to my senses in a couple of minutes and took a look at the clock. It's 5 p.m. How long have I slept? The events of yesterday flew through my head. Searching for Lena, the devastating conversation, defeated Alyssa. I really have to talk to her. Maybe she cooled down overnight. Dressed up, came out of the cabin, hesitated a little, gathered my thoughts, head to Lena's cabin. What should I say? How do I begin the conversation? Well, how about, look, last night, I just want to clear things up. A, I don't like Alyssa. She's a bitch. But B, that was also uncalled for you to do the sucker punch. Can't just go with, hi, how are you? I was just passing by. There's no way I should lecture her straight off the reel. Not going to do a specific solution, I knocked. Nobody answered. Knocked again, then pulled the doorknob. It's not locked, that's odd. It is kind of odd. However, there's nobody inside. Well, it means Lena's not here. Grab some food, I might find her in the canteen. Going to the Rose cabins, I haven't met a single pioneer. That's odd too, it's always crowded here at this time of day. Nobody was at the square either. Coming up to the canteen, I started to get seriously concerned. It's time for dinner, but there's no sign of hungry pioneer crowds? What the fuck is going on? And if it was just that, the canteen was closed. It's like something that's happened during the day. Sat down on the porch and started to consider the situation. All the pioneers were gone, all of a sudden. Of course, it's hard to state that this camp or my way of arriving here is normal, but I haven't met any completely unexplainable step during the week yet. There were a lot of strange things, but maybe they're hiding in that bunker. What? You sure it's a good idea? All this is way, mildly speaking, mysterious. I was nowhere near experiencing a panic attack. No, it's just that they have left. Okay, well, Lena just appeared. Almost jumped out of my skin. Lena was standing next to me. You? You just sneak up on people like that. One can become a stutterer for life after something like this. I'm sorry. Calmly. Now her words dawned on me. Left. Hold on a sec. What do you mean by just left? The session's over. I'm the camp leader? She had some business to take care of in the town, so she went with them. Okay, and what about you? And I stayed. Nina was talking with complete calmness as if everything that is happening is completely normal routine. How? Why is that? What's the problem? When the session is over, children depart for their homes, don't they? And when has it surfaced that today is the last day of a session? You won't believe it, the very first day. Moreover, Olga announced this at the lineup. Yeah, even at those lineups that I've attended, the last thing that crossed my mind was listening to the camp leader's announcements. Then why didn't anyone tell me a thing? Waiting for a chance to get out of this damn camp for so long, and when it finally appeared, I obviously slept through it. That's exactly my style. I asked not to. Even if you would ask not to, Olga... Hold on, what? I asked for it, said Lena with the same confidence. And what, you've asked him to leave me behind too? Yes. And don't you think it's all a little... absolutely wrong? Rose to shouting. Nope, it's perfectly normal. Took a good look at Lena. Not a single emotion has crossed her face since the beginning of our talk. Yeah, she's been the same slide this whole time. Looks like the girl that stands now right in front of me is not that kind of girl that's afraid of the crickets, blushes on every occasion, and reads romance novels. Okay, I got it. Looks like this situation is directly connected to my mystical arrival to this camp. Just who are you? Me? This morning I was Lena. She replied patiently. Oh yeah, and I'm Optimus Prime, born 9 million years ago in the Highlands of Scotland. Oh, that's kind of funny. Well, what does she mean by this morning I was Lena? What's she now? Don't tell me. Do not tell me it's what I think it is. I wasn't afraid of her or anything around myself that moment. I was just bursting with anger from within. Nice to meet you, I'm Lena. Okay, now let's get serious. I think that what you're saying is plainly impossible. Today, as it turns out, is the last day. Somehow, I don't know a thing about it, and the camp leader departs with everyone, leaving me behind just because you asked for it. Don't you find it all somewhat abnormal? Maybe I do. Are you hiding something? Maybe I do. Then spit on everything you've got. I told you already. Burying my face in my hands, I took a deep breath. Okay, and what am I supposed to do in this situation? I don't know. And what are you going to do? I don't know. I'll go with the flow. So here's this flow. Just abruptly spreading the hands. And why are you worrying so much? The first time a ghost of interest has appeared on her face. How do you expect me to feel? Glad? Well, not really, but you wanted it yourself. Me? You are mad. And who said yesterday that he cares and that he wants to be with me? What's that got to do with this? I tend not to understand, but finally it started to dawn on me what she is driving at. Your wish was granted. Yeah, sure. One under my breath. Oh, here I am with you. Is it not explaining in any way what happened? I mean, it is not explaining in any way what happened. There's always a couple of tricks that could help one succeed. For you, this is how... Yes. Smile across her face. Man. If I had known you were so cunning from the very beginning, well, the truth, I kind of liked this whole situation. Well, not really liked, but I was curious. Of course, I'm very sorry I couldn't have escaped with everyone else. However, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. I don't know how to pronounce that. With Lena now. That means that I'll get a chance to see the real her. And all the answers I was longing for could be right here and not in some kind of mysterious town where everyone else has headed for it. Okay, so what are we going to do now? We? She smiled. Yeah, we, since we're both in this camp. We're the only ones staying here. Canteens closed and I seriously doubt if there's any food left anyway. Of course, Olga should return in the foreseeable future, but what's the difference? Okay, no difference. Any suggestions? What do you want? She asked with a sly smile. I would have grabbed something to eat, and then I don't know. Well, let's go and have something. Or two. There should be some food left in my cabin. Okay, deal. Amy and Lena shuffled among the desk drawer. Oh, there are cookies. Want some? Ooh, cookies. She handed me a half-open pack of biscuits. Aw, how cute. Sneered? Why? Biscuits. Like in my childhood. I guess. She smiled and sat next to me. Well, that's my mouth full. Bro? What? So, what are we going to do? I don't know. She wistfully gazed out the window. But what do you want? But really, what do I want? You asked this question yourself for the past few days, so... A mere half hour ago, my only thought was to get away from this damn camp. But now, right here, next to her, something seemed to change. Well, I don't know either. Think harder. Oh, she's kind of gone back into her normal stern face. Drew herself closer and gazed into my eyes. Well, face seemed to be blushing and my mind was racing. Not just before I was in such an extreme proximity to a girl that quite clearly wants something from me, but primarily because this girl was Lena. Well, she studied me closely. You're just being silent. Okay, now you're saying, Lena, What? Said she didn't look like herself meant saying nothing. I was not afraid of this metamorphosis at all. Rather, I was afraid of myself, what I can do in such a situation. Didn't you want to be with me? She whispered into my ear, languishing. I did. I do. Then what's the problem? It's also... Besides, I have some other circumstances. What circumstances? She pulled away from me. Well, various circumstances. You're just gonna mention the fact that you were like some dude in his late 20s that woke up on Sunday and you were randomly here as a 17-year-old? You are not. Are you? Okay. I don't know, how could you think of that? It's like I've watched even more. Then what's the problem? Are you sure you want all that? Oh, wait, is this going into some really good moments? Very hard to change the subject. Well, just a week ago I had my own regular life where everything was strictly tied up and well organized and where there was no place for girls. Now I'm in some kind of mysterious camp with Lena sitting next to me and hinting towards something. How should I behave in such a situation? Yes, she frowned. Oh, of course I do, what's the problem? Well, it's I behaved like I wasn't even 17, how I look now, but like I was much younger. Mine too. She smiled. Oh, okay. I had to decide what to do next now after the session was closed and all the pioneers were gone. I had to seek the answers. After all, we just had to be aware that this girl could change her behavior and even her character so easily at will. But at that exact moment, I was haunted by only one thought. But what the hell? Yeah, exactly, but what the hell? Why did you randomly just get this thought? Well, if you don't mind... Closed my eyes. She said nothing, just smiled and moved even closer. Lips soft in a long kiss. Forgot everything at the moment. Forgot about this weird camp. Forgot about local pioneers that in fact were gone. Forgot about our wacky camp leader. Forgot about my past life and about my future if it will ever come. And now the only one who mattered was Lena. Her soft lips are bent toward keeping my soul with me inside. Access the load function. Yeah, I thought I had the one patch installed. Or did they just do that? I can't move her aside. Hold on. Don't you think that it's way too fast? Why? She smiled and looked at me in a way I immediately felt ready to drown in her eyes. You sure, aren't you? I am. I whispered quietly. Whoa, okay. So, now we're getting into some... Oh, yeah! Oh! Okay, yeah, it was. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna have to figure out how to block that. When I woke up, it was already dark outside. Got out of the bed, put on my trousers, and had to stroll around the room. What was that? Just an animal instinct, or maybe it was something more? No, it's all wrong, completely wrong. Why'd you say that? Let's figure that out. Stuck in this camp, I've lost my chance to get out of here, and most of all, I'm with a girl who probably has a split personality and maniacal depressive syndrome. Is there actually such thing as maniacal depressive syndrome? With the sleeping Lena. Anyhow, she's marvelous. Everything that happened between us literally a couple of hours ago flashed before my eyes, and I felt shivers up my spine. Now, I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I would have returned back in time and done exactly the same thing. Quietly smiled and sat down next to her on the bed. It was close to 10 p.m. Well, it's probably time to get up. Gave Lena a gentle jolt in the shoulder. And she was naked still. Oh, really gonna have to learn how to cover this all up. She opened her eyes. Good morning. Well, evening, in fact. Hi. She smiled tenderly. Time to get up, sleepyhead. Are you in a hurry? Oh, no. But we're completely alone together in this camp. So what? She took a good look at me. Well, nothing. When will Olga return? Is it that important for you? She got a heavy look on her face. Well, without food, we're going to die here. Laughed. Oh, shit! She's back to bitch mode. You're free to leave then. How can I leave, though? On a bus, of course. There are no buses here. And why do you think there's a bus stop for bus route 410 here? Frankly, I don't know. I told Olga we have some matters of urgency here with you and we'll come later. What? Felt like I was struck by lightning. Didn't know I should be more surprised about the fact that there are buses passing here and the fact that the camp leader agreed to leave 2 pioneers behind in an empty camp just like that. What I said? It means that we can leave. Go on, no one told me. She said all that extremely still, in fact, so still that these words gave me cemetery cold chills. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, I'm sorry that I react this way, it's just, everything that happened today is a total surprise for me. You didn't look too surprised a few hours ago. Probably I said something wrong. Completely wrong, yes. Well, don't get offended. You won't be staying here till the end of times, right? There's a way to leave. It didn't answer anything. I looked at her back and tried to understand what she's thinking. Fine. She exclaimed cheerfully after a while, jumped off the bed, started to dress quickly. Well, pack your stuff, meet me at the square in 10 minutes. Okay, good, because, you know, I want to figure out. And you leaned over and gave me a passionate kiss. Alright. Stepped out of her cabin and ran to the camp leader's cabin. Frankly speaking, I had almost nothing to pack. Tossed my winter clothes into a bag, shoved my phone into the pocket, and headed to the square. 15 minutes had passed already, but Lena still wasn't there. I justified it with the fact that she has lots of stuff to pack, and accordingly, she needs much more time to get ready. Oh, what's going on? However, she didn't come even in a half hour. I started to suspect something. My legs ushered me to her cabin before I realized it. When the door opened, I saw Lena lying on the bed. What's going on? Sitting around with... Whoa, shit! Sitting around with soaking blood, bed sheets, plank, the floor was wet with blood, and ultimately was seen a huge slit on Lena's forearm. I ran to her and started shaking her by her shoulders. Lena! Lena! Why? She was still conscious. Hi, Simon. A smile froze her lips. Hang on. Hey, don't you trip out. Think of something right now. Listen, everything's gonna be fine. You're not gonna die. Of course, I didn't believe it myself. Lena had slit her veins from elbow down the wrist. It was deep cut, and given all the time spent waiting for her at the square, she bled a lot. Hell, even the ambulance couldn't do anything by now, and here in the name of camp away from the world, Lena had 0 chances for survival. How stupid can you get? I embraced and cuddled her tightly. Tears were running down my cheeks, disappearing in her hair. I never cried so hard in my entire life. Cool, why down the road? Everyone's doing it across the street. You cut down the road. Sorry. It happened as it did. Murph faintly. But why? Why? Seriously, why? The fuck? I'm tired. So tired, yeah. They went silent. I was straight in the eyes. She was still conscious, but the last flicker of light was dying quickly in her. So tired of it all. Wearing a mask. Suffering. I just wanted to be with you. But you've left me too. I never left anywhere. Here I am. Why? What have you done? I'm sorry. Choking with tears, unable to say anything. And again, you say I'm sorry. I'll be seeing you later. I embraced her even tighter. His breath was getting weaker, and soon enough it stopped forever. Before Striker jumped away from the bed. Eyes went dark, heart beating wildly, and I spotted the blood-stained knife lying on the floor. A moment later, I was holding it in my hands. Whoa. We're getting even darker here. The blade bolted in a hair away from my wrist. But why? How? Just completely freaked out and just kept staring at Lena. No, you aren't dead. Exploded with hysterical laughter. Holy shit, he's going Siegfried style, isn't he? Come on, sleepyhead, it's time to wake up. Sad, softly, and approach was shaking her by the shoulders. But Lena wasn't waking up. What am I? What have I done? Seriously, I jumped out of the cabin in horror and ran like mad. Don't know how much time passed, but finally I wore myself out and collapsed on the ground. Hostile silence was all around me, and only the stars looked down at me with quiet rebuke. These were the same stars Lena admired yesterday. Yet another crying spell has torn me apart. Why? Why had she done it? Because I've left her? Where have I left to? Never left her and wasn't going to. In this moment I realized she was truly important to me. It was despite all our quirks, everything that happened today, everything that happened during a short period of our acquaintance, suddenly became the most precious thing in my life. Wow, dude. Just wow. And you've instantly forgotten about her. About our feelings as soon as you heard about that damn bus. Indeed, it can't justify her act, but how could you cease thinking of her at all? I've been lying for a long time, up from the stars. The trees were peacefully swaying in a gentle night breeze above my head. The trees didn't give a damn about what was happening to me. The landscape seemed familiar. Suppressing my cries, I headed towards the camp. Everything here seemed to be the same as yesterday, just a few days ago. Square, Genda's memorial, cabins of the pioneers, Luna's cabin, burst in from within. But the pain would tear my body into millions of little pieces in a moment. Fall to my knees and turn to punch the ground until my entire fists were dirty with blood. I'd understood it just a bit earlier. Just a moment earlier, I'm not asking for more. She was so... Even the slightest of hints was enough for her. In this moment I realized that Lena died. Wow. Part of me died with her. That's good. Probably the part of me that I would call the best. In my senses after a while, standing still in her cabin. Blood had dried up, moonlight was reflecting in it already. I went to her bed and sat down next to Lena's body. I was terribly afraid to be with her, but I felt that I must tell her something. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Say it like that, dude. Don't say it like that. It's far too late, of course, but if you can hear me out there somewhere, just remember, please. I'll love you forever, for the rest of my life. Such a tragic story. And that was the plain truth. Sorry to have ignored your feelings. Sorry that I always thought only about myself. Sorry for everything. Me who had to die, not you. Covered her body with a blanket and slowly got out of the cabin. Regained consciousness on the bus stop. So running away, scumbag? I heard darkly to myself. I can't stand a single minute longer in this camp. Lena will never come back. I can't justify what I've done. I'll just wait for the bus that'll take me away from her. Here. Isn't giving the slightest damn about what's going to happen to me tomorrow or in an hour. I don't care about answers. I don't care about how I got here. There's enough to saw a glimmer of dim light in the distance. Somehow I wasn't surprised at all. For a minute I was standing in an empty bus number 410 and was looking into the dark of the night through a weather-beaten window. Mine was blank. everything that makes us human. Feelings, emotions, aspirations, suffering. It's all back there in that pioneer camp. Now all I have is this night and the empty bus. There's no more future, no more present. If I would die tomorrow, then it would only mean that yet another human body ceased to exist. The real me died there a few hours ago. I don't know how much time passed, but fatigue took me over. I wasn't going to fight it, as it made absolutely no difference whether I'm asleep or awake. I could barely hold my eyes open soon enough I passed out. Day something. There are moments when reality becomes unimportant, insignificant, unworthy of attention. There are moments when spiritual torment overshadows everything else. And even if the world ends, you will not notice. If a knife will pierce you, you will not notice. Even long boiling in pots of hell will seem just a minor inconvenience. After all, there are problems more important than that. When I opened my eyes, I realized that something is wrong. Clarity of thinking took its time to come back. Finally, I realized I'm not in a bus, but in my old apartment. Well, that was to be expected. I spent a whole week preparing for the exam, and at the last minute spectacularly failed. And the result of this fail was the return to the real world. However, now it doesn't seem any more real to me than the Soviet pioneer camp. I wonder, reality is what you can hear, feel, touch, and taste. And all that was really there. The world was real to the smallest detail. Sometimes it seemed more like my past life was fiction. And now I have to remember how it exists here. But why? I felt like a man who was thrown out of the car at full speed without even noticing it. I was left lying on the roadside with broken arms and legs while the car disappeared into the night, taking away the last remnants of hope. Lena. Her image surfaced into my fervid brain so clearly I wanted to cry unbearably. No, I wanted to shout, tearing at clumps of hair, claw with fists on the wall while making non-human screams. Or the soul was empty. I tried in vain to find at least the echoes of pain, guilt, or pity for her, but nothing was coming out. Was it all a dream then? Just lying here staring at the ceiling. I was not at all interested in how and why I came back. After all, who will care about the process of selling the soul of the devil, all these legal formalities of the contract, signatures, stamps, and seals? What is more important is the results. I've got this result. No, it's not that I was sent back to reality. If I would get to the destination on that bus, it would hardly change anything for me. In this case, the result is what happened to Lena. And the reason is my actions. I was absolutely sure about that. After all, she could not just do that for no reason. No, Lena is not like that. So it's all my fault. It's hard to live, knowing that you were the reason for someone else's death. So if I personally held the knife calmly and carefully cut her wrists and watched her die, and then just ran away. Of course, I could not do anything in that situation, but still felt that I behaved like a coward. No, even worse. Well, it doesn't really matter what is the best definition of my actions. I was cursing myself for being so calm while thinking about this situation. Well, I have to be lamenting Lena and blame myself, but now nothing depends on me. If I was not able back then, I started shivering, my body was trembling, and it was getting hard to breathe. Self-preservation instincts took over guilt for a while, and I staggered into the kitchen to drink a sedative. You can always be found in the cabinet of every antisocial person like me. Not my cabinet. Just took half the tablets that were in the package and returned to the room and turned on the computer. Staying in silence was unbearable. I played the first random song and soon realized it was probably the most depressing music that could be found on my hard drive. However, I did not want to turn it off. Background noise dampened my thoughts. I had to decide on what to do with my life next. I'm sure about one thing. Everything that happened in the camp, my appearance in it, unexpected returning, all that didn't worry me. It didn't worry by itself, and in the context of reasons for which they were caused. The only thing that mattered was Lena. Or if we stumbled upon a word was. Indeed, she's gone. Of course, it's possible that it was just a dream and she never existed in the first place. But then again, our real world could be someone's raving delusion as well. Why not? People suffer from losing their loved ones here. Why should I think of Lena's death there as a result of someone's sick imagination? I've seen it all with my own eyes. Felt the shock, fear, and fright. Damn it! For me, it was not a reality. It is a reality. It is and will be. And I'm sure I'm not daydreaming. But it would be better if I dreamt that. Dreadful howl guitars were sounded from the speakers. It sounded like a requiem. A requiem for me. And now I have to live with the sense of guilt? No, I won't take it. My mind wasn't an ideal stability, but not every man with a stable mind can stand shocks like this. And I already feel I'm going mad. I tried to suppress all these thoughts. No, not to forget, just to give myself some rest. Just for a minute. But it didn't work. Pain tortured my body again and again. I already started to feel it physically. However, physical pain is always weaker than mental. I fell to the floor, clasped my knees, and began rolling back and forth in this position. Blood pounded in my head so heavy that it felt like my skull could shatter any moment now. Hit a table leg and a little candle rolled out from under the pile of papers. A little one, 20 centimeters long, bent at an almost 90-degree angle, but still retained its shape. It protruded from the other end. What's he doing? Searched for a lighter and lit up the candle. Would be in the memory of Lena. Maybe in another world she's feeling better than... I sat on the floor and watched as the wax was slowly dripping on my fingers. Felt no pain at all. Probably the nervous system was so exhausted it was unable to translate pain impulses into the brain. Fire calmed me a little. I just watched the flame and did not think about anything. Finally, at least some peace of mind. The candle was halfway done. Suddenly I've imagined on my life. This very candle. Not just mine, any person's life. All that we have been given from above is its whole length. But anything can happen. The wind may blow, hand may tremble, or wick may end. And life will end before it should have. But after all, candles can be different. Such as this, 9 cents, 2 times thicker, 20, and huge ones, which look like the handle of a shovel, 185. I'm wondering, did Lena's candle burn out ahead of its time, or was it just smaller than other ones? Though I doubt there can be one smaller than mine. I rotated the candle in my hands. How interesting is that? I can blow up the flame at any moment, and that's it. But in the meantime, life is not a wax. You can't get 2 small candles to make one of the medium size. I would love to give the remains of mine to Lena. Anyone who needs it more than I do. Why do I need it? I do not feel pain from the heat of wax. Its flame does not give me any warmth, hardly illuminates the room. Speaking shortly, a waste of ropes, wax, and oxygen. Blew out the candle. This action evoked absolutely no emotions in me. So we stood up and headed to the bathroom. Down the road, not across the street. Everyone's cutting across here, going right down the... Image of Lena came before my eyes. Oh, this looks really dark. She was smiling. We'll definitely meet again. I'm so sorry. Warm water, shadows, and fatal hallucinations have finally brought me some peace. It really might be that I've never actually been in the camp. Or that I never actually came back. But does it really matter now? I've almost physically felt Lena's embrace. Everything will be alright. We'll catch the bus together and ride it to the place where nobody will find us. But we'll be happy together. Strength left me and I started to submerge into the water. Was already spilling over the edge of the tub. You surely will meet. Forgive me. Wow. Holy crap. Holy crap. Achievement unlocked. Lena bad end. Fuck! You know what? I'm not gonna stand for that. I'm not gonna stand for the Lena bad end. Okay? I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm going to put up another part to this video next time, and it's going to be the Lena good end. I'm going to figure out how to do that, and I'm going to put that up so that way this playthrough is a much better ending, if there is a Lena good ending. If not, then unfortunately I won't be able to put that out, which would really suck. But, I mean, seriously. Fuck. I got warned by Eric about it. He was like, oh, if you choose Lena, God help you. Oh, God help me indeed. Man. But I need to figure that out. I'm going to figure out if there's a good ending. Every story has its beginning and its end. Every story has its own outline, synopsis, contents, key points, prologue, and an epilogue. There is no book which would not reveal the things you didn't pay attention to previously after you read it again. Every story has its beginning and its end. Almost every. So the game team, well, thank you for playing the game. I do thank you for the adventure. But, you know, okay, the final thoughts on the game, just from what I've done. It's really an emotional kicker there for the bad ending, having me commit suicide. Shite. The song's not that bad, actually, too. Although it seems more metalish. I'm more of a rock person. But I mean, otherwise though, the game was pretty good. I recommend to anyone else who hasn't played this game yet, go ahead and play it. Maybe you'll get a much better ending than I did. But I mean, I'm seriously going to, of course, put up another part tomorrow, hopefully, that will show you what you need to do for the good ending. Because I will not stand for this bad ending shit. I'm going to look for the good ending if there is one. I'm going to put this up for you guys. So, you know. But I mean, fucked up. That's what I did. I fucked up. I really did. I really did. So yeah, it's the end of the game. I'm gonna have to edit this out a bit and then throw it up, but thank you guys for watching this walkthrough of Everlasting Summer, and like I said, if I can, I'm putting up a part tomorrow, or not tomorrow, maybe like in the next few days, just in case, because tomorrow I've got school in the afternoon, I've got to go to bed early to go to school. Oh no, wait, hold up, that's Thursday. But no, I'm gonna, you know, go through all that, I'm gonna try to figure this out, I'm gonna put up a good ending, if there is one, for you guys, so that way, you know, we have a better ending to this whole junk. So, thank you guys for watching though. I will see you next time. Peace. The summer. Oh, alright then. Eat. However, there wasn't much left to eat. The cutlet was missing from the plate. Only she could do it. No, more precisely, none but Olana could do it. How do you know though? Fine. Move it. Give me back my cutlet. In a big family, you snooze, you lose. It can cost you a cutlet if you're careless.